What's up, YouTube? It's Mike coming at you with another video here again. A lot has happened the past couple days since I've uploaded that last video, and yeah, I got a lot on my mind, so this should be a pretty good one here. Titling it Switchback, which is based on a song by Celldweller called Switchback, and it is in my top 5 favorite songs of all time. That song, just like many of the other songs I talk about on this channel, means a ton to me. And it's a really unique one too, because it's got a really unique vibe and like feel about it, and like I don't know, I just kind of wanted to talk about it because it relates to me a ton too, and it's a song I go listen to a lot because it's just, well, if you ever had that feeling where it's like in life you pursue something, or you do something, or you try out something, and like you do it and you regret it. Like you wish you didn't do it. You wish you didn't like try this or do that. And the whole concept of the song is you have no way to switch back. You got no way to return to the time previous before you did it. It's like a kind of a being stuck, like in your own ways, stuck in wherever you put yourself because of what you previously did, and you got no way to switch back to that, and like the time before it. And to me that means a ton because I don't know, I would say, well, I'll tell you guys just right now already, I started my new job at Target and I'm already done. I only put 2 days into it, and I'm already quitting. I'm already out. I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near as physically draining and like just super fast paced as they made it out to be. Like it's basically just you're running around a store as fast as possible, trying to pick out all these orders in every little section of this store. There's thousands and thousands of items and like hundreds of like little sections that you have to go through to find these items, and you only have like a half hour to like 40 minutes to do it, and there's like 40 to 50 items sometimes that you have to pick out. And and I'm not like a super physical person. Like I've never been really into the physically demanding jobs. I've always kind of been more of a desk job, call center, like computer techie kind of guy. So, and that's probably why I'm making YouTube videos, because I'm pretty technical, that kind of stuff. I'm just getting the hang of it, but I'm really techie, and I'm really good with like phones and computers and stuff like that. But when it comes to that physically demanding stuff and dealing with customers at the same time, it just sucks. I hate it. I hate every second of it. And whoever can do retail, like props to them, because I definitely can't. That's not my thing at all. And yeah, and it's just like the other thing too is I listen to so many like different kinds of music, and this channel is mostly about the songs that I relate to in my life. But the music that they play in these places are they're just awful. They're generic like music that if you're like a someone that listens to a ton of different music and like appreciates like a lot of like different kinds, especially like metal, rock, and like rap, and like EDM and those kind of things, and you go into this store setting and you have to listen to these like really shitty like basic generic songs on repeat, it'll drive you mad. And then not only that, the like they're playing the Christmas music now, so that shit just sucks. I can't stand it. Like that on loop is just, it's enough to drive you insane. So I'm done with the job. I'm gonna find something else that I can actually bear, because I don't want to deal with that. So that's one thing I kind of regret now. I wish I could switch back to when I didn't have that job, because then I wouldn't have like wasted their time and like did that in a way. I just feel like it's just kind of a waste of time, and now I gotta find another job, and it just sucks. I wish I could just switch back to when I was still job searching, and then know in my mind that's what that was gonna entail. And then it kind of goes back to this too. I really wish I could switch back to the beginning of this year, or not the beginning of this year, but like in August of this year, I had a job working at a call center for a car company, and it was pretty toxic. Like it got really toxic, but the job was easy. Like it was so easy, and like it was the most laid back, like probably the best job I've ever had. Like you were able to take phone calls, and you wouldn't get an insane amount. Like some call centers can get like hundreds and hundreds like per person. But like if you're a part time, you'd get like the max of like 50 to 60 in like 5 hours, which it's not really that bad. Some days were harder than others, but it was really simple for the most part. You just help customers schedule their car in, or you help them like schedule a recall, or you help them get over to the parts department, or you help them get over to a service advisor or a salesman. It was really easy. And it got really toxic. Like the people got really toxic there. But I mean, it was still like you could be on your phone and like look at your phone and like look at YouTube videos when you weren't like on a call. You could listen to an AirPod, like you could have an AirPod in one ear when you weren't on a call. Like it was just like, and you could wear what you want too for the most part. Like it didn't feel like a job. Like it was a job, but it didn't feel like any of these other jobs I had where it's like this shit just fucking sucks. Like Like that job at Target was probably so bad that like I would rather just like if my grandparents weren't around for me, I literally would be like if that was one of the only jobs to work in the whole world and that was like pretty much your only option, I would choose running out in the cold and just dying because I would not want to put up with that BS. I'd be done. Like I'd just be like, nope, I really don't care. I would lose all hope, and I'd rather just die than do that because that would just suck ass. But yeah, and it just goes back to that though because the whole switchback. I can't switch back to the August because in August I ended up finding a new job at this like Storm Chasers, and they were basically like promised me that I can work like 20 hours a week, and they were $20 an hour, and I was only making 16 at at my previous job at the call center. And I'm like, dang, that's a big pay increase. And I kind of wanted to get out of like the toxic environment to see what I can get into. I ended up going to the Storm Chasers, and it was a bunch of false promises. Like the guy was only giving me like 3 to 5 hours a week, and like he barely would show up. He barely would like talk to me. He barely knew what he was doing. And it was really weird. Like it just everything just seemed so odd about it. And he like kept promising me like 20 hours, and I was never getting them. I was like 3 weeks went by and I never got it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find something else. And he still to this day owes me $80 because I worked like 4 hours for him. And he never paid me for those like 4 hours, which is really weird. So yeah, that sucked. And then like I kept trying to find other jobs, and I was getting interviews, but no one was hiring. And then like I looked at the job market, and it's like actual trash. And then now I went to this Target job, and now it's like really hitting me where it's like I really wish I could just switch back to when I just had that job in August and never pursued anything else. Like yeah, it's just I would give anything to switch back to that. But now I can't. And now I'm just kind of stuck. I gotta find some other stuff, and it just sucks. It's really draining. But and then like this topic also goes like even deeper because it's like it makes you think like if you switched back to like when you were in high school, or if you switched back to like 5 years ago, could you have done anything different to like make your life better? And I'm sure I could have because I would have learned from all the mistakes that I had. I just wish there was a thing where you could just switch back to back in those days, and then you could be like correcting so many things, and then like you could also be able to invent like things that aren't even made yet, and like just take off from there. And like life's obviously like you learn from your mistakes, but I wish you could like learn from your mistakes then switch back and fix them. but it's just not how life works, sadly. But yeah, it's just I don't know. There's so many things in my life that I just wish I could just switch back, and you daydream back to like high school and like even like younger than that when I was living in Iowa. I didn't like living in Iowa, and like that was a terrible time period, and like I don't know, like some parts of me wants to switch back and like see if I could make that better too, and I don't think I could, but yeah, I don't know. I just like switch back to these times where like there was these like girls in school and maybe actually talk to them and approach them. Maybe I would have had a girlfriend or something. Or, I don't know. It just sucks, but yeah, that's just kind of the topic I wanted to go over too. But yeah, that's Switchback by Celldweller. It's definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. See ya.